Hello everyone, welcome to another video session class. So in today's class we will study about purine. So purine, we know it's a DNA base pair, the adenine and guanine. Okay, adenine and guanine are the derivative of purine. So this is the structure of purine. So it is a fused ring structure between pyrimidine. So you see this is the structure of pyrimidine and this is the imidazole. Okay, so let's just start. So it is a fusion of pyrimidine and imidazole. It's aromatic, so each atom is sp2 hybridized planar. Total number of delocalized electrons are 10. Okay, so it follows the Huckel rule. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this nitrogen is containing one lone pair of electrons. So total 10 delocalized electrons. Okay, so it follows the 4n plus 2 pi Huckel rule. And next, remember it is a weak base. Okay, next property, that is it shows tautomerism. So there is changes of position of hydrogen take place. 7H and 9H tautomers are more stable. So here you see hydrogen is here in the next position, 9H, that is the 9 nitrogen, hydrogen is placed, 7H, then 7H purine. So 7H and 9H can be interchanged easily. Okay, so that's why this one is known as this 7H and 9H are more stable. The next synthesis, Trobase synthesis of purines by heating 4,5-diamino-pyrimidine with carbonic acid formamide. So here you see pyrimidine 4,5-diamine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 4,5-diamine with carbonic acid, so RCOH. Okay, so 2 molecule of water will come out, HOH, then H2O from here. So ultimately we are getting this compound substituted purine. Next example, pyrimidine 2,4,5 triamine. You see it is diamine or triamine. Okay, 2,4,5 triamine. So formamide you use, you will get this compound substituted purine. Next, another example, this one also, with acetic anhydride you can get the compound purine. This is the purine. Next, from formamide, laboratory synthesis, formamide is heated in a vessel at 120 degrees Celsius. So this is a laboratory synthesis. In lab generally it is synthesized using this formula. This process, formamide, you heat at 120 degree in a sealed vessel along with POCl3, okay, phosphorus oxychloride. So 9H purine 2 amine, so 2 amine and 9H purine 2 amine will be synthesized. Then next, number third method, that is from uric acid converts to 2,4,6 trichloropurine, then reacting with HiCH3i followed by zinc dust distillation gives purine. So uric acid you just do react with this one, POCl3, phosphorus oxychloride, it will be converted to 268. Okay, it is 268, correct, 268, yes, 268, it is 268. Okay, I have written here 268 trichloro. Then you go for react that one with H3 Hi and CH3i at 0 degrees Celsius. So 2,6 diiodopurine will form. Okay, next what will happen, this is iodine. Okay, this is iodine, I will be there. Then you do zinc dust distillation, you will get purine. Next, from substituted imidazole, so diethyl carbonate, so substituted imidazole, this is substituted imidazole, correct. So you react that one with diethyl carbonate, Et means C2H5, okay. So in presence of sodium ethoxide, so you will get xanthine, that is a derivative of your purine. Okay, so next you use formamide, 5-amino imidazole 4 carboxamide. So it is also this is the same substituted imidazole, so it will give 7-methyl adenine. Okay, 7-methyl adenine. So this is also derivative of purine. Next reaction, so electrolytic addition reaction to nitrogen, you see this purine HCl, so it will give tautomerized product. Okay, tautomerized product, just that hydrogen will attack the nitrogen first in this position, then next it will tautomerize to next hydrogen. So likewise the hydrogen will shift from one nitrogen to another nitrogen. N1 protonation predominant, so you have to remember N1, that is in this position protonation is predominant product. Then again alkylation, you can say CH3I, so CH3 group will attach to this nitrogen and this nitrogen, that is 7 and 9 dimethyl purinium salt, that is salt, iodide salt will be formed. Then next H2O2, okay, hydrogen peroxide reaction, so oxygen will attach to first nitrogen, so 9H purine 1 oxide, so one hydrogen will attach to this one. Okay, so 9H purine 1 oxide, that is the product. Then next electrophilic aromatic substitution, so you see nitration, this nitration. The reaction is possible at 8 position mainly. Oxy and amino derivatives reacts readily, then non-substituted purines. So here you see nitration is taking place in this position. Okay, then 8 nitro, this 8 position 8 nitroxanthene. Then your see from xanthine. Okay, electrophilic, this is the derivative of purine. So bromination at 8 position mainly take place. Then it is benzene diazonium chloride. Okay, diazotization 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. This is not 5 to 0, 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. So diazonium compound or azo compound will form, that is at 8 position azo group will, diazo group will attach. Then next you react that one with aqueous sodium disodium sulfoxide, okay, sulfur oxide, then it will form 8 amino xanthine. That means this will convert to, this group will convert to NH2. Okay, 8 amino xanthine. The next reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction, nucleophilic displacement, where halides are the most popular living groups. So if halide is attached to the purine, so that halide will displace. Okay, so this is the reagent. Okay, ETONA, that is sodium ethanoate or ethyl ethoxide. Then 8 ethoxy 9 methyl 9S purine will be formed. Okay, then see, this is another reaction of this nuclear substitution reaction, 6 chloro 9S purine. So this chloro group will be substituted. Okay, or nucleophilic substitution take place at this position, chlorine will substituted and this NH2 will be attached in this position. So this is hydrazine we know, so 6 hydrazonyl 9S purine will be formed. Next medicinal uses, so it is nucleoside antimetabolites, acyclovir, bellacyclovir, ganciclovir, bidarabine. All these antiviral agents are having the basic structure of purine. The next antimetabolite, like this is also anti-cancer agent, this is anti-cancer agent and this is antiviral. Okay, 6-mercaptopurine and thioguanine, azathioprine. So you see this is the structure of 6-mercaptopurine. Okay, so this structure is containing the basic structure as purine. Here also you see bidarabine, which is an antiviral agent. So you see this structure is nothing but our purine. Next methylxanthine. Okay, caffeine, theophylline, theobromine. So drugs used in bronchial asthma. Okay, this type of drug, caffeine, theophylline, are used in bronchial asthma and used as CNS stimulant. Okay, we know caffeine is CNS stimulant. So you see the basic structure xanthine. Okay, this is the basic structure is xanthine, and which is nothing but the derivative of purine. Okay, caffeine. So this is the caffeine. If you just substitute with this group, okay, R1 R2 CH3 caffeine, then theophylline will be CH3H, then theobromine will HCH3. Okay, so likewise these are the medicinal uses of this purine. So I hope you have understood. Thank you.